Hi everyone, I am here sharing a short video to show how I have organized some different laces and trims to get ready for some upcoming projects that I'm going to be working on next week and throughout the month of April. I do have some exciting things coming up, so I wanted to make sure that I have plenty of supplies to work with that are easy to access so I don't get overwhelmed or don't give myself an excuse not to create. So I have here some of these really beautiful wooden spools and bobbins from Bird and Bird Designs. Martha, her daughter and son-in-law make these here in the US, and she so graciously sent me some of these to play with. So I wanted to just share how I've altered them, very slightly altered them, because they're just beautiful as is. You don't really need to do much to them. And then also how I've used them. So I know that these are really meant to be floss bobbins, but I've just used them for different laces. All I did was paint these white, and I'll put a very quick video at the end of this video, or a very short clip at the end of this video, to show how I did that. Just some white paint with water and a little bit of shimmer to give it just a tad of color, which you can barely see, but it's just enough that, you know, I really like it. It's not a stark white. So I've used these for laces because that's what I use most often. I do have some different ribbons and things that would have looked beautiful, so I really need to buy some more of these. But I just really like the way they look with the different laces and the trims that I want to use. They do hold quite a bit. Oh, and I wanted to mention that this is a beautiful soft yarn that was sent in my package that Martha sent me, and it's really soft, and it's just a really pretty off-white color, so I want to use that in some upcoming projects. So these do hold quite a bit of yardage, and I want to say this is probably like 3 or 4 yards of lace, and it holds it pretty well. This is about 2 yards of trim. It's a little bit thicker of a trim, so it's, you know, it holds 2 yards of that. Same with this is about 2 yards, so it holds quite a bit. And a thinner one like this is like 5 yards, so yeah. So anyway, holds quite a bit, even on those small little spools. These are the spools that she sent, and when you get them, they come just like this, but the unfinished wood color. So these I've just added a light layer of white paint, again, just like I did with the bobbins here. And they come unfinished. You can decorate them however you want. You can leave them as is. I did leave the inside as is just because I do like that unfinished wood look, and I just did a light coating of the white on the outside edge. This one I purposely left blank because I wanted you to see how they come. What's really cool is she sends these really pretty little Paris tags, so you can put it right on the top here. I like that they were separate because then I was able to layer some different flowers and things on mine. I like that I can stack them if I want to. I like that I can decorate the top if I want to, so it's really nice to be able to kind of customize these. I put some different laces on here that I use a lot of, or plan to use a lot of. The ruffle ones are really nice for making flowers. This one's just really pretty, so I wanted to use this for something. And these spools do hold quite a bit. Like, this is probably at least 6 or 7 yards of lace that I have wound around there, and this is probably like 4 or 5. This is a bit less, but it's also a thicker, fluffier lace. These I think were my favorite to decorate, and I wasn't really sure how I was going to do it at first. Oh, it's coming undone. But I had 2 different ideas, so I tried both of them, and I really like the way they turned out. So one of the things I like to do most with laces is to make little flowers. It's one of my favorite things to add to projects. I do different laces and trims, and I just use a needle and thread to make the flowers myself. Very simple, but it's relaxing, and I really like the look that it gives to different projects. So on this particular bobbin, I wanted to use different laces that I use to make flowers, and I thought it would be fun to have a little flower on each so that I can see what it looks like. So if I'm making if I'm doing a project and I want a particular lace, I'll know that's what the flower is going to look like. And there was plenty of room on each of these to put that. I left the top of this one blank so that you could see. You can decorate it, you can add different bling pieces to it, you can, I was even going to add like a little mini collage of like a book page and different like little snippets of lace, but like I said, I wanted to leave that one blank to show you. But I like the way it looks with the different flowers, so that it's like a swatch of what you can use those for. And it's a good reminder for me when I'm crafting. Another thing that I thought of doing, so for these laces, these are some really pretty cotton French heirloom laces. These I don't know if I'd use to make flowers or if I'd use them for like the edges of pages. So I only have a yard of each around here. I could have wound a lot more. They would have held a lot more, but I just have a yard of each. And I just took a very small snippet and put it there. That way I could get a better picture of what the lace actually looks like. So if I'm grabbing these for a project, I can quickly see exactly what that lace looks like as a small snippet. And I did the same with just some other trims. As you can see, I have some different colors that I want to work with, some different like spring themed colors. These are some of those just really teeny lingerie laces. I like the way that they look as flowers. I also really like the way they look on the edge of pages, just very dainty. And then just a couple of trims I have here. This one I wanted to show you too, if you are really wanting to just use them in a more functional way versus a more aesthetic way. You can certainly wind laces and trims around multiple parts of these. So I know that there are 3 different sections that are really designed to hold the laces, trims, ribbons, what have you. But if you have more, like these particular colors, I don't use a lot of bright colors super often. I love them on papers, but then when I'm using laces and trims, I tend to do a bit more neutral. But I would like to incorporate some more colors. So I have quite a few different ones that I'm really not sure I'm going to use, but I have here in case I want to. And so I've used not only the bobbin part where you can wind the trims and laces, but also the part where I was using for swatches here. I'm able to just wind some different trims around there as well. I will leave the link below to the different products that you can purchase from Bird & Barn Designs. I know that she has these on her Etsy. And like I said, her daughter and her son-in-law make them here in the United States. So you're supporting a wonderful local small business. And also these are super cute. So I just had them set in a basket. I'll have a video, I'll have a picture in the video of how I set them up, but I just have this little basket and I have them sitting in here so that I can see all of the supplies. And it's, like I said, it really helps me see some different things that are like readily available. So I have no excuse not to sit here and create when I have a free moment to do so. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you're having a wonderful day.